Okay, real quick here, I got a little bit of a list so I don't forget here. Tonga's got a little bit of a knee. JJ's got a tricep. Jackson's got a toe. And 85, last I heard, was being evaluated for a concussion. Flow of the game, I think, that's a good football team. 3 phases. We didn't make enough plays all 3 phases. Kind of what it came down to. It was kind of they put up, I think, 20 points in the first half, and then we played better on defense there. You'd have liked to see us get the ball back at the end of the game. Just didn't get it done. So it starts with me. I know the run game on offense didn't get quite going. We're on some 3rd and longs versus a good rushing team, good covering team. So we got to do better on 3rd down there, better in the run game, better everywhere, guys. But I did think we battled. We fought. Coming out of halftime, we were resilient, which I'm enthused about, which I told them. And if we keep playing like that and clean up some mistakes, we'll get back on track. Go ahead.
What's your perspective on the first half play call right before the officials call right before the 2-minute warning?
What they call.
It seemed like you guys had a lot of plays where Kyler was just throwing the ball pretty immediately. What was forcing you into those quick throws?
That sounded like a kind of a double-edged question, Tail. Say it again.
It seemed like there were a lot of plays where Kyler was just having to throw very quickly. What was forcing you guys into that quick passing game?
Some of the ones that he threw. Well, we were trying to attack him with quick game. That's the first thing. Versus a good rushing team, you want to get the ball out of his hand a little bit. And then I think the first part of your first question, when he's moving around, he's going to give our playmakers chances to make some one-on-one plays. So sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't.
As well as you guys run the ball, are you surprised at all that it didn't quite go
yeah, I think we got to just do a better job. A little bit, yeah, Darren, I am. Now, that's a good defense. We knew coming in that's a good defense, and they stopped the run well, But it's just we never got that one explosive. I know Kyler had the one, but I don't think we had any explosives in the run game. And, you're waiting for one of them to pop. We knew it was going to be dirty, 2-3 yards, but you're kind of waiting for that one to pop and give hats off to them. They did a good job.
You have to give so much attention to 97. How much does that kind of limit you offensively and what you can do?
Yeah, he's a really good player, and we had to have attention to him. I think how many sacks did he have? 1 at the end there, I think. So it's a pretty good battle. You know what I mean? But with saying that, I think that's some of the reasons on 3rd down. You got to play a little bit differently, and when you're in 3rd and longer, the compounding effect of the run game being in 3rd down and long. It's a hard way to go. So we just got to get back to the drawing board and do a better job.
How well did Jackson Barton play?
I thought he played really good. Yeah, I thought he played really good. Yeah, Bob, I think so. I think he battled in there. He didn't want to come out of the game when I went out when he was down. He's a true pro, man. I'm glad we have him. He stepped up today.
You didn't give him a ton of extra help. He did a lot of that straight one-on-one.
Yeah, like I said, I thought he played extremely well. You know what I mean? When he got the nod that his role changed late in the week there, he was ready to go and stepped up and played.
They're a physical football team. You guys have been trying to model yourself off that as well. Did you feel like you guys kind of matched there?
No, I don't think we model ourselves off anybody. We just play a certain way. With saying that is a very physical football team. I think Dan does a hell of a job with those guys as far as how hard they play and how they play technique and their fundamentals. And the effort that they play with, I honestly thought we matched it. I really do. I saw our hitting was on display. Our effort was there. That's not the reason we lost the game. The reason we lost the game is, starting with me, we got to do a better job setting up all 3 game plans.
I know you said the refs call what they call, but in the immediate aftermath, obviously they were able to convert a 3rd and long and then get the hook and lateral. Did you feel like the play took any emotion off of your team?
No. I mean, anytime you score, I'm not going to take the bait on that, Darren. Yeah. But with saying that, our guys are psychologically trained. That's an uncontrollable for us. So what we can control is let's play defense. You know what I mean? And they hit us on the one well-designed play there. But I thought that when we came in at halftime, no one was down. You know what I mean? No, everyone was okay. Here's what we need to do. And I thought the defense played extremely well in the second half to give ourselves a chance to get back in the game.
Was there a chance of Beecham playing today, or did you rule that out earlier?
No, we kind of made the decision when we had to.
What was the biggest difference in your mind defensively in the second half? You guys were incredible.
I thought we were better. I thought it's like our offense, kind of the flip side. We did a better job in the run game. We kept the explosives down there, and then I thought we rushed them well. We had a takeaway. We had a fourth down stop. That was a good battle. That's why I said the defense played extremely well there in the second half.
The defense did give you enough to win. Given that, in retrospect, do you wish you'd gone for it on a couple of more fourth downs earlier in the game?
No, I kind of, I always think, every game plan set up a little bit different. It's a good question, Greg. The times that we chose to go, I thought that was the right thing to do, where the score and the time was. The first half was kind of a low possession game. I think 4-4, and our fourth possession was in a 2-minute where we got points. That was good, I thought, by our offense. So I was kind of, you start looking at the time and the clock, and you're thinking, all right, I'm going to start running out of possessions pretty soon, so let's be aggressive. Earlier in the game, I thought we did what we needed to do. With saying that, some of those plays, right around in between the 40s, I thought they kind of put us – they won the field position battle there in the first half, which was hard for our offense to get going. You're backed up to one series, it's tough. So we'll learn from it and rebound.
Because Mac has really been impactful on defense every week, but it just seems like every week shows up big time.
Yeah.
How important is that for you to have a guy like that doing
Yeah,
it?
he's playing extremely well right now. I mean, he battles, man, and we use him a couple different ways. You saw him, I think, on the edge today, he's stacked. He does a lot for us, but he played well, I thought.
Third more consistent in the second and third quarters.
In the second and third quarters, I thought in the second quarter, not to go back in the past, we were pretty good in Buffalo, but it's always they got to say two, but I think it's going to be always the plan and execution. You know what I mean? And that starts in practice every week.
It was a third down when you guys were backed up in the end zone. Was that a mental execution issue or a physical execution issue?
Yeah, I'd have to look at it, Greg. I do think they brought a pressure late where we didn't quite get to it. I actually thought that was great by Drew and K1 to get rid of that thing because there's certain calls that you call that you can't block every pressure there. He got it out of his hand not to take a sack or a safety or something like that. I actually thought that was good.
There was a 3rd and 2 with Amari running it up the middle. What was the thought process on having him in the game instead of James on that play?
Third down back.
How'd you like the way your secondary held up against some of their more exposed?
That was pretty good. I didn't see what happened on the last third down there. It's a good player. A good throw and catch, and they protected it. But I thought we did pretty good in the pass game. Explosives, we kept those down. We lost the leverage a couple times on 14, which he's a good player. That's his game. But we didn't get thrown over our head, which I thought was good to see. I really think, though, the run game, we just got to get it a little bit tighter there, especially early in the game, so we're not playing in second and 1 to 5 all day,
What can you say about Gardeck?
I thought he played lights out. I thought he had a good game. I thought he impacted the game. The interception was a huge play, He was rushing good. He's playing the run well. I thought he played excellent. I thought our overhangs played well.
Dante made an impact late. Just what does that say about him after fighting through?
Yeah, he knows. I think talking about week 2. Yeah, he's ready to go, man. That's week 2 was in the past, and he knew he was going to maximize his opportunities. I thought he played well too.